saw you out this morning, kind of walking around the outfield doing your morning routine, but looked like you were maybe enjoying the sights a little bit, taking in it a little, and then we saw you just down here on the field post game with your family. What's just sort of the overarching feeling coming into and then coming out of this game today?
For sure. I mean, just trying to soak up every moment, and I've got a lot of my family here right now, so being able to share that with them, pretty special. And great crowd today for all of us. Wish we would have been able to finish it, but it was pretty special for sure.
When you sort of think about what I don't know, what are you to? I guess are you to the point yet of thinking about what a next year looks like, or with what you all have in front of you? Is that something that gets maybe put off until whatever happens over the next couple weeks here is going to happen?
Yeah, I mean, right now it's really hard to put your thoughts or your focus on anything but what we've got in store for us Wednesday. I mean, my focus is for our club, doing whatever I can for our team to help guys be ready to play that game, and then if I get an opportunity to come up and take a pinch hit at bat, that right now is my sole focus. So I haven't really thought much about anything other than that, to be honest.
Derek Gould, St. Louis Post-Dispatch.
You've been a part of some postseason games between these two really loyal teams, franchises. When you think about it, when you think about facing the Dodgers with one game to move on, what comes to mind?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of memories come to mind. A lot of really good battles against a really good historic franchise. I can expect and imagine it being a pretty rowdy crowd and a very, very good baseball game. Two really good teams going at it, two really good pitchers going at it. Should be exciting for all of us to be a part of, and for every Cardinal fan out there to get to enjoy that game. That should be a really good one.
You had maybe perhaps the best angle on anybody. Did you think that ball, how close to being fair did you think that ball was to possibly change this game?
Yeah, I mean, when I hit it, I thought I might have had a chance to sneak that double down the line, but it just started hooking on me a little bit. The pitch was pretty significantly in, so just really hard to keep inside and keep it fair. But I definitely for a moment thought I had snuck it in there, but just wasn't able to get inside of it enough.
And two other quick questions. How much has kind of your confidence in a moment like that and sort of your pursuit of delivering in a moment like that has kind of guided you?
Yeah, I mean, I always feel good in those moments. Like I feel, that I'm going to come through for our team, regardless of, the past or, what kind of season you're having. I think that as a competitor, if you're not in that mindset, then, you shouldn't be here. So when I get into those moments, I feel like I'm going to, come through and, get the big hit. So, that was kind of my mindset there and just didn't work out.
And then does that kind of carry you then into October? I mean, is that sort of what leads you here?
For sure. I mean, that's my, my sole focus. I really don't have any other, thoughts in my head or ideas or plans other than just coming up and having a big at bat and getting a big hit for our team. I would gladly, have a season, where you didn't do what you felt like you could do from a production standpoint. I would go through that again to be able to get a couple big hits that help change the game in the playoffs and help us advance in this first round. Because those are the ones that really matter, and the ones that you want to come through for. So hopefully I get another opportunity, and I'll be ready for it.
Thank you, Matt.
Thank you, guys.
Katie Wu, The Athletic.
Hey, Matt. You've been pretty candid this year about how it's been different from you from a role-playing perspective, but when you've talked to, or when I talk to nearly anyone on this team, especially the younger guys, you are one of the first people that they credit when it comes to their development or their success. What has it meant for you to kind of take on that mentorship role and lead these young guys who are in different parts of their career now?
Yeah, I mean, it means a lot. That for me has been the most enjoyable part of the season, being able to watch some of these young guys have tremendous success and really turn the corner, and being a player that they can lean on and ask questions to, and give, being able to give my experiences and my advice to those guys, that is what makes, this really, I mean, those are some of the most enjoyable moments that I've had in my career, for sure. And, I wouldn't take back, this year for anything, to be able to do that and to be able to be a part of this. Is a new role for me, but it was an enjoyable role, one that I really, got to, spend a lot of time with a lot of our younger fellas, and, just been great to watch, and been great to watch the success our team's had. And, I don't think we're anywhere near done, and I think we're going to see a lot of big moments from a lot of young players going forward.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Benjamin Hockman, St. Louis Post-Dispatch.
Matt, obviously, if a player's in the major leagues, they have a fire and they're competitive. But I feel like over the years, interviewing ball players, the consistent thing is hearing that Max Scherzer and Adam Wainwright are two of the most competitive people in the major leagues. They're going up against each other in a loser goes home game. Obviously, can you describe the epicness of this matchup?
It's pretty awesome. I mean, I've gotten to, obviously I know Adam really well, but I've gotten to know Max over the years. And, those guys are very similar in that regard as far as competitiveness. Selfishly, I obviously think our guy's going to, trump that category. And I obviously, really want him to go out and have a great game and prove, that, he's had a great year and he's going to follow it up with a big win. I fully expect Adam to go out there and do that. We all do. We know Max is going to be good as well. It's going to be a battle for all of us, our lineup, but I don't think there's anybody more prepared than us, and I don't think there's anybody we'd rather have on the mound than Waino.
And then final question for me is, you've been a part of a lot of good defenses here in St. Louis over the years, and this year, whether in it or watching from the bench, you've seen some great defense. What is it about this current St. Louis Cardinals defense that makes it so good?
In my 10 years, it's the best. This is the best one I've seen. You've got, I've been lucky enough to watch Yachty for my entire career, so there's nothing new there. We all know how great he is behind the plate, but having Goldie and Arenado on the corners, the two guys that, that's as good as you're going to find. Defensively, I think we all know that. And then, the play of Harrison Bader over the last few years, the kind of defender he is, Tyler O'Neill running down balls like crazy. DC has shown a great job, and Wright, and then obviously Tommy and the combination of DeYoung and Sosa up the middle. This is as good as a defense as you're going to get, and it's been pretty special to watch. And I would fully expect it to hold true to what it's done all year in the postseason for us.
Thank you, Matt.
Last one for Carp. Go to Zach Silver, MLB.com.
And you kind of touched on it, just knowing what Adam's gone through, all the injuries he's had to endure, and the tenacity he's had over his career. Just how much fun is it to watch him operate like this, and how much joy do you just have playing behind him and playing with him and being a teammate, watching him be able to do this year?
They don't make many people like Waino. He is a special human being. The kind of, and really just, I could say a lot of. I could sit here for an hour and tell you all the great things about him, but I think the thing that I think is most impressive from just a performance and baseball player standpoint is just his willingness to, to compete and be great. He pitches with a chip on his shoulder. He's always played with a chip on his shoulder. Just when you thought, he was done a few years back, he's, arguably, better than he was before. So, he's been really impressive to watch, and I think that this game is going to be a magical moment for him, and I think he's going to come through for us.
Great. Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Carp.
All right, guys. Thank you.